Okay, we are ready for card number 2. And you're going to start by, of course, folding that card base. And don't forget to fold it so the valley side is up. And then use your toffee ink to distress all the edges. That's going to take a minute or two here, but not in sped up time on this video. Won't be a whole minute, but it probably did take me a whole minute when I was doing this. This is going to be the Let's Celebrate card. So now, when I was making these, I make 4, and I thought, well, I don't want to do Let's Celebrate many times. So I just pulled up one of my old stamp sets that have a lot of sentiments on it, and I changed the sentiment up on each of the cards so that they were all different. And then you've got, a good amount in your collection. So what we're going to do now is do a little stamping. We're going to put that Let's Celebrate on there. So grab your archival ink so that you get the darkest one there. Let it sink in for a second, and then gently pull it off, and you've got it. How perfect does that stamping look? Seriously. Take your little white pen and go along the bottom. I think on the last video that I forgot to mention the white pen, but that's definitely something that's in the supplies that you need. So hopefully you did that on the last one. Now we're going to do some stamping on the background of the periwinkle paper. And we're going to use periwinkle ink on that and just keep layering that up in there. And look how nice that looks. That makes such a cool background. What a great background stamp that is. I love it. This is the kind of stamp you want to keep. Even after you're done with this card making stamp set. Because that is a great background there. I love that. All right, we're going to switch out to the little ferns, or are they ferns? Palm fronds. Let's call them palm fronds. I guess that's what they are in this case, although fern would also work on that. And we're going to use lagoon ink on that and just stamp it on. I didn't put my scratch paper under this time, but so I probably got ink all over my foam. So definitely use some scratch paper when you're doing that, when you're going to go off the piece. All right. Now it's time to put all of this together. Get that periwinkle paper that you just stamped, put that right in the center. Doesn't even have to be measured, so, everybody can center pretty well, I bet. All right, now we're going to do a little painting on the shells again. This is just like we did with card 1. You're just going to squeeze that ink pad together, add a little bit of water, and then just paint on each of the little grooves that are in both the shell and the starfish. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a starfish in person. I always wanted to. Finally, I got to go. And when I went to the Galapagos, I don't know, less than 10 years ago probably now, the whole bottom of the ocean was bright orange starfish. I didn't get down close because I was just snorkeling, but oh my gosh, they were practically neon. They were so bright. And the water was clear, and it was deep, but I could see all these beautiful starfish down there. Wish I could have gotten closer, but I'm just not up to scuba dive at this point. So, all right, now that you've got your little palm fronds down, put your sentiment next. Now I popped that up because that's going to add some nice dimension to it. And then next is the little skinny piece of white paper there. And then we're going to add in, see, I wasn't sure if I got it done straight, and I'm very picky about that kind of thing. So now I'm going to start at the top and make sure, because sometimes it helps to work from each end and then meet in the middle, and then, you can kind of even things up on the way rather than start down at the bottom. So I do tend to do this a lot, where I'll do a couple on each end or on each side, like if I'm doing a layout, and have to layer a lot of things on there, because you can just keep adjusting until you meet in the middle. So now we're going to add our periwinkle shimmer trim, and I'm using glue for that because that piece is so skinny. And then I'll just add a little sparkle there. And now it's time to put on those shells. And I'm gonna lay the starfish down flat and then pop up the shell over it to add a little dimension there. Don't you hate those little pieces of paper on the back of the Pop-Tarts? What a pain those things are. They go everywhere. Grab your sparkles that you've already colored in with that lavender blend marker and put one in the middle of the starfish and one at the bottom of the shell. And then there you go. Ready.